Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Hut, and we are back here at the Baseball Hut 2. And we're going to talk about the best available players that will be traded, or possibly traded, before the 2023 MLB trade deadline on August 1st. Still haven't been able to pin down what time that deadline is. It 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock? Who knows? So we're going to talk about the pitchers first. First up is Marcus Stroman and Kyle Hendricks of the Cubs. Now the Cubs are in a weird spot because they're in third place in the National League Central. It's a bad division, but you got the Reds there, the exciting Reds, and the Brewers that are there, and the Cubs are kind of in the middle, with the Pirates skulking, the Pirates having collapsed, and the Cardinals have been bad all year, but all of a sudden they're coming out of nowhere, they're starting to win games. So what are the Cubs going to do? There are a few options here. You don't sell, you buy, which they could do, thinking that they could make a run, or do nothing. I don't think they'll be doing nothing. They will be doing something. What will they be doing? Well, it's funny you should ask. I would say that Marcus Stroman will get traded. He's got a year. He's got a contract, another year on his contract. He's going to opt out. There's no doubt about it. He's pitched rather well for the Cubs. I think he's going to opt out. So I think he will be moved. Where is he going to go to? I know the Houston Astros are very interested in him. That is a place that could definitely use more pitching. They definitely need a lot of pitching help, the Astros. They're going to be in a lot of players, a lot of pitchers in particular, and that's the Houston Astros. Kyle Hendricks. I could see him going to Arizona. I could see him going to the Rangers. I could see him going to the Houston Astros. I could see him going to the Dodgers. Believe it or not, Dodgers could use some pitching help. Lucas Giolito, Lance Lynn, Mike Clevenger, Joe Kelly, and Kendall Graveman from the White Sox. Giolito's going to get traded. Where he's going to get moved to, I would say that in all likelihood, probably the Dodgers. I've heard the Dodgers a lot. Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn is an untapped gem. Any team that needs a guy that has experience in postseason, a guy that's pitched in September, has pitched in October, will do well by trading for him. Now, you would not have to give up a lot. He's 36 years old. He's not pitched well most of this season. But he has those things, and he's starting to heat up a little bit. He has these things, like I said, the experience, the ability to ramp up his game as a pitcher, even at his age. Where does he go? That I don't know. That's the kind of move Arizona could make. That's the kind of move that I could see. Although the Astros, maybe not, because they need something a little bit better than him. I can see him getting. He's definitely going to get moved. Mike Clevenger, where is he going to go? I haven't talked much about him. He could go just about anywhere. Joe Kelly, where's he going to go? Kendall Graveman, these are relievers. Where are these guys going to go? They're going to go somewhere. They're going to go somewhere. Where are they going to go? I don't have a place for you in this video where they're going to go. Jordan Montgomery, definitely going to get moved. Definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if he went back to the Yankees. That's the kind of guy that'll help a team. The Giants, I can see him definitely going to the Giants. On my list, I got Tampa Bay, Texas, and the Rangers. I mean, Texas, Houston, and the Rays. That's who I see. But that's the players that Montgomery. Those are the teams Montgomery could go to. Jack Flaherty, same teams pretty much. New York Mets. Max Scherzer, where's he gonna go? Max Scherzer and Verlander are in a different situations. Verlander just got here. Scherzer has been here for the last year and a half. He's not pitched well when the Mets have needed him to pitch really well. Scherzer, more so than Verlander. Verlander said he's not going anywhere. Scherzer said he'll think about it. If they talk to him, if the owner goes to him and says, you want to go? He'll be like, okay. He can go pretty much anywhere. I can see him going to the Dodgers, back to Dodgers. The Rangers, I can see him going to. Baltimore, the Mets take the money. And the Arizona Diamondbacks, I can see him going there too. David Robertson, he's probably going to be the one reliever that is probably going to get moved, or the most likely player that's going to get moved by the Mets is David Robertson. Just based on the fact he's pitched well. He should have made the All-Star team, by the way. And he's been a closer. So he could do more, and he can do more than one thing. He can pitch in the 7th inning, 8th inning, 9th inning, whatever you need to do. He's a jack of all trades. He's got nasty stuff. He's got nasty pitches. He's got nasty breaking ball. Nasty cutter. Jose Quintana, after one start, Jose Quintana's already on the block. Scouts talked about him and said that he's the same guy as last year. He will be moved too, even though he's got another year on his contract. He will be moved. And the Mets should consider moving him. Eduardo Rodriguez and Michael Lorenzen of the Tigers. Both of them are going to get moved, no doubt. I've heard with Eduardo, the Reds, the Astros, and Tampa Bay. Lorenzen, I've heard Tampa Bay, Houston, and the Giants. That's what I've heard. Paul Blackburn of the A's. Where's he going to go? Again, he's a reliever. Who the hell knows where he's going to go? And like I said in other videos, Josh Hader and Blake Snell are going to get moved. No doubt. Hader, I've heard prominently the Rangers, even though they have Wallace Chapman. Blake Snell, I've heard the Rangers, Astros. I wouldn't be surprised he went back to Tampa. And I certainly could see him going to Baltimore. Guy on the last year of the contract? Definitely. Shane Bieber, where's he going to go? I don't believe he's going to get moved. I don't think the Cleveland Guardians are ready to give up on him just yet. They only give up on guys that they know are shot. He might not be shot yet. He might get moved in the offseason. From what I understand, he has elbow inflammation. He's out till August, so he's not getting moved. But I didn't think he was getting moved anyway. Now, one of the more uninspiring lists, and this is the position play. No offense to the guys on this list. There are no big stars on this list that could get moved. Like last year, we saw Juan Soto got moved. The biggest name on this list is former MVP and former Rookie of the Year is Cody Bellinger, who's had a bounce-back year with the Cubs. He will have the most robust market out there for him, because if he plays to his level of ability that he's done in the past, he will be moved, and they will get quite a bit off a guy that signed a one-year contract with the Cubs. I've heard several different teams. I heard the Yankees. We'll see what the Yankees go. The Yankees are in a weird spot. People are actually believing that the Yankees are coming back after a 3-game series where they struggled against the Kansas City Royals. I've heard the Houston Astros prominently with Bellinger. The Phillies. I think he's going to go to the Phillies. The Rangers, the Giants, and the Boston Red Sox, I've heard. Those are the teams I've heard with Bellinger. Now the White Sox, again, the White Sox are going to be moving a lot of players. You know, the Chicago teams are going to be let me tell you something. The Chicago teams, a little Arnold Schwarzenegger there. The Chicago teams are going to be very busy, particularly the White Sox. Tim Anderson has picked up. He looked okay when the Mets played him, but he's got no power right now. Must be dealing with some kind of injury. I've heard that he could get moved, even though I didn't hear early on he wasn't. Elvin Andrus will get moved if some team needs a backup shortstop. You've heard Yohan Moncada. Eloy Jimenez is always getting moved but never gets moved. And Yasmani Grandal. I can see Grandal going to the Yankees. They could use some catching help. The Cardinals. The Cardinals have had one of the worst seasons in the history of their franchise. Now, they've picked it up of late. I don't know if the way they've played is going to change their attitude, the general manager there. But you've heard Dylan Carlson, O'Neill, infielders Tommy Edman and Paul DeJong, and believe it or not, Wilson Contreras is on the block. Wilson, I'm sorry, it didn't work out, Wilson. Some of these guys, I think Carlson will get moved. They're a very strange team. They got a lot of players out of position there in St. Louis. They got 2 veteran guys and Arenado and Goldschmidt, who are kind of not past their prime, but it took a while for Arenado to get hot. It took him a few months to get it going. And I'm sure he was wondering, a lot of people there were probably wondering if he was done. But they're a very strange team. That they got a lot of guys playing out of position. Who knows what they're going to do with their position, but their pitchers are going to get moved. I can guarantee you that. Tommy Pham and Mark Hanna, where are they going to go? Well, they're going to get moved, no doubt. If the Mets aren't in it, Tommy Pham's going to get moved. I've heard Cleveland, Minnesota, and the Giants. There was a rumor in the last few days that the Seattle Mariners were very interested in Mark Canha. He's a good player. He's surprisingly good. And all he cares about is winning. Which is kind of weird about, with the Mets here. We kind of have a feeling that a lot of losers on this team. But that's besides the point. Infielder Jameer Candelario, I can see him going to the Angels. Outfielder Lane Thomas of the Nationals also. I can see him getting moved around. We'll see where he goes. First baseman from the Rockies, C.J. Cron. Randall Krychek, an outfielder. We've heard him with the Yankees, Cleveland, Minnesota, and San Francisco, and of course Elias Diaz of the Rockies. I can see him going to the Yankees, but I don't know if they're going to move him. We will see how this all transpires. I will chronicle as much as I can. If there's a trade, I'll post the trade on the short that you need to check out. If I post anything, it's been very quiet. Very quiet so far. Getting the last week or so into this deadline. A lot of rumors. Not a lot of rumors, but all the same regular suspects. No blockbusters. No like, wow, I can't believe that guy got moved. I don't think a Juan Soto type player is getting moved. The only player that could get moved that would surprise everybody is Shohei Ohtani. I don't think that's happening. Well, let me know what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 2. Thank you, and I'll see you later.